Next up, more chicken chasing. That's the boss life. So I donated a hunt to Public Land Junkie Outdoors. And the guys are headed out right now from Ohio on their way to hunt with me. And I'm out doing some scouting. I was out this morning. Birds were up early and then quiet early. Weather was a little more decent than it is now. It has become overcast, so we're gonna scout most of the day today. Those guys will be in this afternoon sometime. We'll go out again, do some more scouting. But what we did was I donated a hunt to raise funds for veteran dream hunts, which that is the drive behind Public Land Junkie Outdoors with Mr. Russ Adams, the founder, and their panel of board members. They help take veterans out on dream hunts. So I'm doing my part. I donated a hunt. These fellas come out. They won the bid. Now we're gonna go bust some jelly heads. So I'm out scouting a new farm that I'm taking the guys that won the bid on the auction for Public Land Junkies Outdoors hunt that I donated to raise funds for veterans dream hunts. So right across the road we got a strutter right now on one of the spots on the farm, and off to the left I see a couple of other hens creeping through the alfalfa. So this is definitely an option. That's a good sign.
That's killed me more than one bird. Find a bird that'll do that.
He's going up. Jason?
What's going on?
And Jason. We're roosting these birds right here. They're just inside the fence. About to fly up for the night, and we're thinking we're going to come in here and try to put a squeeze on them somehow in the morning. So we'll be back bright and early.
This segment brought to you by the Meyer Inn, a country bed and breakfast. We gonna check it out or what?
Good? All right. All right, so this morning, Jason and myself are headed out to a spot that we roosted some birds last night, and we're gonna squeeze in on this place. It's right at an intersection of a four-way crossing, pretty close to the road. We're gonna be about 60, 70 yards off of the road in a valley. It's kind of a intricate place, but I did look at the plat map last night. We are able to be on this property where we're sitting. The birds are across the road, so we're probably about 200 yards tops away from these birds right now, and we gotta suck them across the road. So we'll see if we can pull it off, but that's our first stop. We're gonna go get it done. What do you think, fellas?
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Jason and Jason are out here with me. One's up high, one's on the lower tier. I'm inside the woods. I'm going to be doing some calling. We're going to ping pong back and forth with the calls, try to suck something in here midday, Wisconsin, mid-season, bluebird sky, slight breeze. Stick with us. I donated a hunt to Public Land Junkie Outdoors, and these two won the bid. So we're out here, west central Wisconsin, mid-season, chasing birds. So that's a gobbler with a head and a jig. One down low, one up high.
This segment brought to you by Public Land Junkies Outdoors.
You see him?
And that, my friends, is the boss life.
Like 60 yards.
Huh?
It's more like 60 yards.
Yeah.
Dude, that's far.
That's awesome.
That's way far. That's definitely a page. That was way cool. Right on top of me. We couldn't move, dude. There were like 2 or 3 right here.
Yeah, they're in there.
Right there. On top of us.
He was standing over there.
Oh, he was? I never saw him.
Yeah, there was a gobbler standing right here.
I never saw him.
Oh, yeah. You're like that on it. And there was another one in that tree when you were walking up. Big old, when he flew, big old beer. That's why I was, James like, shoot him. I was like, man, I'd kind of rather shoot that one over there.
See, I could see.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, he was still gobbling up in the tree. And once.
He had just, when he hit the ground, that's when those were coming over there. He was full stroke standing right over there.
Oh, he's gonna go beat him up.
And then when that one Jake started putting, I was like, he's about to ruin it for everybody.
Yeah.
That hen got kind of spooked. She just
They saw her and then they started coming back for her.
Heck yeah.
These big spurs here are holding I mean, that's a solid 1/4 inch.
He's got that just like you did. He does.
Attack of the Jakes.
I never dreamed we were sitting under all them jigs.
Had no idea.
Me neither.
That was just
I
nuts.
was thinking that gobbler was all by himself.
I did too. And then I started to think it was that Mike. He's the only one gobbling. And he's been gobbling for 25 minutes all by himself. He's calling everybody up on this hill is what he's doing.
I mean, we had birds all the way around us. Over here, up here.
He'll be back.
Worked out pretty good.
Nobody of any substance got knocked off, so they'll all be back. And they won't have to deal with these 3 pulling their hands off.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody's dealing with these 3.
A great time out here in Wisconsin. Big thanks to Russ Adams and Public Land Junkies and Mike Kerr for setting all this up through the Veterans Auction. Jason and I came down from Ohio. Been out here the last 2 days with Mike. Had a long day yesterday.
Seen a bunch of birds.
Yeah, seen a bunch of birds. Jumped around 4 or 5 different places, never just could never get on any, and we got in this spot yesterday afternoon and saw some nice birds and knew they were in there and probably going to roost in there, so we decided to back out and just come back in this morning and got set up. Got in there a good hour or so before light, and really we were
Little did we know we got set up directly under where these 3 birds were roosting.
Yeah, we were had one nice tom gobbling, you know, from the get-go, probably a good 30 minutes or so, and finally they started to come down. A few hens were in the field, and they got a little nervous. I think they might have seen us a little bit, but they started to boogie on out of there, and these 3 together, and you know, not very often you get a chance to get a triple on some on camera with, you know, and so we just couldn't pass it up.
We hammered these 3 at about 55 yards.
Yeah.
It was a long shot, but it worked out well.
It did. It was great. But again, just big thanks to those guys for giving us the opportunity to get out here, raising money for the veterans, and through Public Land Junkies.
Yeah, again, a big thanks to Russ Adams and Public Land Junkies and Mike Kerr.
Yep, 3G Gobbler Getter Outfitters, and yeah, we got it done.
You guys get a chance, get out here and chase some of these Wisconsin birds.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them.
Just be ready to get up early. Yeah. Nobody told us it gets daylight out here at 4 o'clock in the morning. So, but we're used to Ohio about 6 o'clock in the morning. But at the end of the day, it was all worth it. Yes, losing a little bit of sleep.
It's that simple. The right spot, right place, right time.
Right place at the right time.
Yeah. And because they're there. And everywhere we've been, there's been birds. Yep. So this place, we then came around midday yesterday, and we split up on this hill, and we went and tiered it. So Jason was on top, I was in the middle, and Jason was on the bottom with a strutter decoy. We each had a decoy, and we figured we'll all call. Something will respond, and it'll sound like multiple birds. So we did so, and sure enough, there were birds there.
There was quite a few birds there, some big birds.
Yeah. So Jason snuck back down the hill and grabbed me. We went down and got Jay, and we got out of there so we wouldn't bump him and bust him and just ruin
our chances for this morning. So we get in there this morning,
and we did it right.
Yes, we did.
We smacked down the middle of the field, stay away from the trees, so they're on the roost, and everything worked. You couldn't have planned. I mean, they literally landed in the trees above our heads, and were crapping on us and our stuff while we're sitting there, and I could not move the camera. They were looking right down at us, and we were covered.
We were right underneath of them. Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun.
It was a great hunt.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
It's a memory forever. Pull up, like they said, pull off a triple. It wasn't even.
The birds come down and land right in our lap, basically. You know, I mean, they were.
Half of them were still in the trees.
Yeah, once they come down, it was. You better hope you're sitting comfortable because
you weren't moving.
You weren't moving.
Yeah.
So a lot of fun. Thanks, Russ, for doing what you do with Public Land Junkies Outdoors. I did donate the hunt for these guys, and we raised some money for a great cause. Veterans Dream Hunts. You know, it's can't say enough good things about it. And Russ and the family and everybody at Public Land Junkies. So, you know, get out, support them. There's more than one way to up your odds. I say it constantly, but it's very true. So, with that, thanks for watching, and until next time, this is the Boss Life.
What are we gonna do all day? I don't know. Gary, your cousin, he said, that's nice. He said, but I bagged a bigger one than that yesterday. Really tricky setup too, but after a couple minutes I managed to dig it out from the bottom of the freezer at Kroger's.
So once she got used to that, you know, she's hitting the target. We're only shooting 10 yards. She's hitting the target every time. You know, probably 8-inch groups, something like that. She's not stacking them in there, but next day she said, Dad, you care if I go out and shoot my bow some more?